Dia, do you have any tips for spinning correctly on the rocker? Would off-ice spinners help? Okay, well, in this case, see, most of the spins that I do was with a partner, so it's a little different. I do spin on my own. I do have some spin videos, but I'm not exactly a professional spinner in the sense that I don't spin as well as a freestyle skater would by myself. With a partner, I spin just fine, and by myself, I spin okay. But what I'm saying is, depending upon the level, like, to get you an idea how to develop to avoid scratching too much, I would say you want to work on rocker awareness. Actually, I did an exercise a long time ago for this, which is kind of weird, but it's also very effective to kind of help you understand the curvature of your blade. Let me see here. All right. Okay, so we go down, down, down. All the way down. Oh, too far down. Okay, I just gotta find it wherever I put it. Ah, here we go. 5-point blade position exercise. I actually came up with this in regards to a similar question a student once gave me. And oftentimes when I make these videos, it's in response to a question I have in a private lesson, and I'm like, you know, this is a great thing to cover in a video sometimes. All right, so let's jump right into it, shall we? Okay. So I subdivided the blade into 5 points. You can do more or less, it's really up to you. But for the purpose of this video, I assigned 5 points. So you'll have your toe picks. So you stand against a wall, you're holding the wall, and then you wiggle back and forth on your toe picks, just like that. So you know where your toe picks are at. I mean, you gotta be completely on the toe picks. Not, when I say toe picks, I really mean like the first one or two. So, but you don't have to go up on any higher for the purpose of this exercise. Toe picks are mostly for like footwork and for toe picking into jumps and so forth. All right, then we can move on. All right, now, for the purpose of this exercise, this point right here, now we're on the ball of the foot, we're on the rocker part of the blade, and we're wiggling back and forth. So when you do this, you don't want to slide back and forth all over your blade. You want to just stay on the rocker and just wiggle back and forth, just like that. That's point 2. Point 3 is middle, and the point that we wanted, like I said, was the rocker point. It's going to be the most relevant for spins. You work on that, it's going to give you that awareness. Doing this exercise will help you have a greater awareness of where you are on your blade, and that way when you spin, you're going to have a greater understanding of what's going on. Over here, this is the little bit behind the rocker. This is like the middle to back section. Now this section, oftentimes you skate through this. When I say skate, when I talk about skating through the heel, I usually talk about this area, heel to the latter half of the blade, because you want to start your push from there and roll forward. If you're starting your push from up here, you're going to get a very tiny push, not much to go on. Go back here, you get a much stronger push. All right, so then you go back and forth here, and then you go on your heels. Now, again, this is the furthest that you want to skate on a normal basis, from the heel forward. You don't have to be on the heel the entire time. You could be more about here. I prefer you not being on this part all the time. Like a lot of beginners, they like to be up on the balls of their feet, practically scratching their toe picks, especially backwards. You want to be aware of the curvature and how much blade you actually have. Sometimes when I work with skaters who are just learning their backward skating, they might be skating like up here, and then they think they're back here. And I'm like, you know, you have another full length of a blade that you can go on back there, another half to go. But of course, you don't necessarily want everyone to suddenly rock back. It takes time and comfort to be able to use the length of your blade. Just awareness. This is all about awareness right now. Okay, and now the 5th point is up here. Now, this is actually done sometimes. You do use the heels mostly for footwork. As a matter of fact, in my program with Nikki last year, we had a step where we went up on the back of our heel, step, and then in our choreo step sequence. It was actually pretty cool. You could find a video of it on YouTube somewhere, but or you could actually watch it in actually Philadelphia Skating Club and Humane Society Challenge Cup. You could watch a video of us doing it there. But anyway, long story short, the reason I have you do this point, the 5th point, is so that you know this is the absolute limit of your blade, unless you have the special blades that have an extra edge here, enabling you to glide on your heels and do spread eagles on your heels, like Michael Weiss from years past. I mean, some of you probably don't know who that is, but yeah, that's a thing you could look up. Him doing spread eagles on the back of his heels with his toes up like this. It's pretty cool. Anyway, those are some unique blades. But in this case, most blades are like this. You terminate here, and then you want to just wiggle back and forth just to give you that understanding and awareness of what your blade is and its curvature and the different points on it that you end up using. All right, well, I hope that helps you. Now, back to me. All right. Okay, I'm going to take one more question and then I'm going to wrap it up for the day. I will continue doing this again, of course. Let's see here. Alright, I'm going to go with Ralph here, and then, let's see here. Yeah, by the way, everyone's signing in late. Again, I was late myself. I couldn't get my equipment to connect. I'm still having trouble on some of the stuff, but overall, it's getting better. Let me just make sure everything is working properly here. Alright, and anyway, we have a question here, and this is from Ralph. By the way, greetings to everyone in the chat, just saying that. How do you progress onto double twizzle? And then he has, may I give a suggestion for Lizzie? Do you 2-foot spin from a standstill, try to get and feel the sweet spot on the spin? When you feel it, then convert to a 1-foot spin. Actually, that's a great point. And I have a 2-foot to a 1-foot spin in the video. I'm actually going to go back and look at that real quick. And let me just see here. All right, and here we go. Oh, by the way, this is the thing I was talking about. Again, I'm still trying to figure out all the features, but the option here is if you wanted to send me a big shout out, you can do so via the option here. Again, it costs a few bucks, and then that goes toward my efforts. Anyway, getting back to the question that we had here. Let's look at Ice Dancer Oleg. And actually, let's look at playlists. I think I have a separate one for spins. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Got a 2-foot to 1-foot spin. Okay, and again, not the best spinner. Here we go. Actually, now that I no longer have a dance partner, I can probably develop better spins. I'm going to have more time to do that sort of thing. All right, this is, it's a little more advanced if you're first starting off, but actually, let me see here. I really need to develop a basic 2-foot spin video. Let me see if I have anything like that. Yeah, actually, I don't have anything like that in here, but what I'll do is, I'm glad we're making these videos together, because that gives me something to think about, like whenever I'm like, okay, so what kind of video should I make? Well, there's another one I got to do for you. I have to do a really basic 2-foot spin video, and then a really basic 1-foot spin without the cross, just lifting your leg. But essentially, yeah, you want to start off and feel your legs, feel the balance, feel the rocker, and then when you're comfortable, switch to a 1 foot spin. But I'm going to make a video because, show, don't tell. And getting back to Ralph's question,